How's it going, everybody? Tommy Star here, and thank you for clicking on this video. Well, it is December 1st today, and what does that mean? That means it is Christmas month. So I thought it was time for a brand new Top 10 video. That's right, it is time for my top 10 favorite Christmas movies of all time. And putting this list together, I took into consideration, movies and classic cartoons and just all that when it comes to Christmas. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. And of course, like always, we can't forget a few honorable mentions that almost made it into the top 10 list, but didn't. Take a look at them. So there you have it. Like I said, it wasn't a huge selection of movies to narrow down, but it still was a little tough. I just believe it or not, there's like 20 some movies, and it was a little hard, but I think I got it pretty good. So let's get
You ready,
into it.
Fletcher? You ready? You ready to do this? Okay, I guess not.
All right. So like normal, here we go. Starting with number 10. Jingle All The Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger from 1996, directed by Brian Levant. Hard to believe that it has been 20 years since this movie came out. I mean, wow, where does the time go, right? Definitely one of those instant classic type of Christmas movies. When it came out, everybody knew it was just destined to be a classic. I really like this movie. I've liked it since the first time I saw this movie. Even though Schwarzenegger has done comedy stuff in the past, when I found out that they were making a movie like this with him, I was still so used to his action stuff that it seemed a little bit, who knows how it's going to turn out. But in the end, I seen it. I absolutely loved it. I thought Schwarzenegger did an excellent job in his role in this movie. And not to mention that this movie was filmed right here in Minnesota. Not too far away from where I live, just basically right outside of St. Paul, Minneapolis. So there's a lot of locations in this movie that I can actually drive to in a matter of minutes. So kind of cool. But yeah, I think it's a really good movie, you guys. Just kind of in an exaggerated sense. Tends to show, the true meaning behind how parents and what they go through when they're trying to find their kid that perfect gift that they want. I remember a couple of years ago my son was really getting into what the hell is it called, Flappy Bird or something. Wow, I don't even remember the name of that damn thing. Flappy Bird, I don't know what the hell it was called. God, I gotta think of that. What is it? Yeah, wow, I'm an idiot. Angry Birds. The hell's Floppy Bird? Flappy Bird. I have no idea. But anyway, Angry Birds. He was really into Angry Birds a few years ago, and he wanted that Angry Bird game, like little plastic toys, and you fling the bird and it hits into it. Basically like the video game, but turned into real life. Okay. He wanted that so bad, and I went to I don't know how many stores trying to find that damn thing and couldn't find it. So I failed that year. I ended up getting him something close to it, but anyway. So, like I said, in an exaggerated sense, this movie, really shows the true, meaning behind what parents go through, when they're trying to get that perfect gift for their kid. But I love this movie. I watch it every single Christmas. Definitely, had to, make it into the top 10. My top 10 was kind of up in the air as far as, what it was going to be. I had some other movies that you've seen in my, honorable mentions. But, yeah, definitely deserved to be number 10 in my top 10 list. So if you guys haven't seen this movie, check it out. It's really good. Long story short, his son wants this Turbo Man doll action figure. That's the hottest Christmas toy ever. And he never got it in time and goes out looking for it everywhere and can't find the damn thing, and all this crazy shit goes on. Check it out. It's a lot of fun, you guys. All right, so that takes us to number 9, everybody. A classic cartoon of mine that has been a favorite for many years, bringing us all the way back to 1965 when this movie came out. None other than A Charlie Brown Christmas. Not very long. You know, a lot of these classic cartoons really aren't, but it just never felt like Christmas if I didn't watch this movie. You know, I can't say like I was really into Charlie Brown as a kid. You know, like, you know, various different Charlie Brown cartoons. Maybe I watched a little bit of it, but I always watched A Charlie Brown Christmas, and I still do to this day. Just a fun little feel-good type of movie that just, you know, always, you know, brought me back to, always brings me back to being a kid. And, you know, I must say I love the songs, the classic Charlie Brown Christmas songs. You know, the do 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 do. Come on, you guys know it, all right. You know, I remember, you know, I've always wanted to learn how to play piano like my whole life, and I think one of the coolest things I've ever seen is somebody playing this song on piano, you know, in person at like the malls and shit. I think it's just so cool. If I ever learned how to play piano, that's one of the songs I'd want to learn right away. But anyways, everybody, it's a fun little, you know, cartoon movie. I'm sure almost everybody in the world has seen it. If not, you got to watch it, everybody. Definitely a classic in its own right. Okay, coming at number 8 from 1988, directed by none other than John Sherry. I don't have a Blu-ray of this yet. I'm pretty sure they have it on Blu-ray, but I've yet to get it on Blu-ray. But I have all these movies on DVD already. Hoping at one point there is a like entire collection Blu-ray set that comes out of all like 9 or 10 of these movies. But anyways, Ernest Saves Christmas. I've always been a fan of Ernest movies. You know, some of the later ones like Go to Africa in the Army got extremely cheesy. But you know, like the first 4, 5 Ernest movies, I've always loved. I got every one of them on DVD, but like I said, hoping at one point there's like a complete Blu-ray collection that gets released, which would be amazing. But anyways, Ernest Saves Christmas, everybody. I've always loved this. Always watched it at Christmas time growing up, of course. Definitely my favorite, almost my favorite Ernest movie. I really like Ernest Goes to Jail. That one's probably my favorite, but obviously being Christmas, I love this one a lot. Just a lot of fun. You know, Ernest in this movie, Santa is, in this particular type of story, Santa Claus doesn't last forever. Every so many years, he passes the torch on to somebody else, and then somebody else takes over the role. Well, in this one, that's what Santa Claus is doing, is trying to find somebody, a replacement for him, and Ernest helps him do that in this movie. So really, really cool, everybody. I love this movie. I watch it every year, like every other movie you're going to see, and it's just a lot of fun. What else can I say about it? It's Ernest, it's Christmas. How can you go wrong, right? All right, coming in at number 7 from 1994, directed by John Pasquin. Pasquin, if I'm saying that right. The Santa Claus, Part 1. Hard to believe, again, that this movie's been around for 22 years. Just insane. So I got the entire DVD collection of all 3 of them. I got the, I haven't been able to find the Blu-ray set of this in stores. I got it in my Amazon cart. Definitely will be getting it soon. But I love this movie, The Santa Claus. You know, back in the early 90s, my dad played Santa Claus. You know, he would go out to like, you know, I think the main place that he did was like McDonald's. Like he would go to all the McDonald's and, you know, do a meet and greet with Santa, pictures and whatnot. And then I was actually his elf, believe it or not. Pretty much all my brothers and my sister, we all kind of took turns throughout the years being elves. It's kind of funny. Kind of a big elf. But anyway, so he would go out to do all these, you know, he did private homes and other types of businesses. Never actually did malls, believe it or not. But anyway, so I remember after this movie came out, like right around the time that he was doing Santa. And I remember what's funny. It's a spider hanging right there. don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. Fucking basements. Anyway, yeah, so this came out right around the time he was doing Santa, and in this movie, we get to learn a lot of like secrets about Santa, like how he gets down the chimney and how he checks his list and how he knows everything and his magic and blah 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 blah. Well, my dad would use this, when he was out seeing kids. He would like say, "Did you see that movie that I'm in, the Santa Claus that Tim Allen plays me?" Well, I'm a little upset with him because he let out a lot of my secrets, that I didn't want anybody to know. So, he's getting coal for Christmas this year. It's just kind of funny, like he would use that with all the kids. But yeah, everybody, a great movie. The sequels were okay. 2 was kind of good. The third one, it just seemed like it became too much of like a kids movie. It lost a little bit of the seriousness to it, I feel, but I still think Martin Short was funny in it as Jack Frost. But anyways, you guys, everybody knows the Santa Claus, a classic film. I watch it every year again. I just absolutely love it. It's just a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely a strong number 7. All right, so coming in at number 6 from 1988, directed by Richard Donner, we got Scrooged with Bill Murray. This was that cool still book. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I think I showed you guys this in one of my updates. Yeah, anyway. So, again, like a really, really favorite of mine. A real favorite of mine. Everybody likes the classic Christmas Carol. There's tons of different versions. And I think it was kind of cool to like get like a comedy version of it, Because, don't get me wrong. All the classic Christmas Carol movies are great. But like I said, just to get like a comedy version of it, a comedy tone, I always thought that was kind of cool. To kind of take that story and kind of parody it, if you will. And of course, Bill Murray, God, they couldn't have picked anybody better than him. But like a really, really cool movie. And, with all its comedy aspects and his... slapstick comedy stuff. It really gives an important lesson, I think, just with the way things are, people taking stuff for granted and, people just always being angry, and of course in this movie, he's basically like Scrooge, he's just kind of turned into a grump and a mean boss and treats his employees like crap and, just thinks he's a big shot, and then he just kind of gets everything, by the 3 ghosts, gets everything kind of laid out in front of him on, look what you're doing with your life, you need to change things, and that's obviously the whole moral of Christmas Carol. But yeah, I thought it was played out very well in this, even though, like I said, it's funny slapstick. It definitely, gets a little serious at the end, when the whole thing unfolds. But great cast in here, everybody. Check this movie out if you haven't. It's so funny and so fun to watch. Again, I watch it every year, of course. But yeah, number 6, absolutely love this movie. All right, so coming in at number 5, we're halfway through. Taking us back to 1969. Classic cartoon, none other than Frosty the Snowman. Of course, you guys recently seen it, picked up the Blu-ray set of all the Christmas classics. I love the Christmas classics. They're a lot of fun. Santa Claus is Coming to Town is definitely probably my second favorite out of these main 3, and then Rudolph. But I've always liked Frosty the Snowman. Not a very long movie. I think it's only about 25 minutes or something like that. But yeah, it's always been a favorite of mine as a kid. I think Frosty was just one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite Christmas songs. And always came on TV. It's so convenient for us these days that we have these movies at our fingertips. But back in those days, unless you recorded it on TV, you had to catch the times and the days that they would air them on TV, and then you're dealing with commercials and everything. But I think eventually my dad ended up recording it or something, all the classics. But who doesn't love Frosty the Snowman, everybody? It's just such a fun movie to watch. It just instantly makes you feel like a kid when you're watching it. Cheesy, bad animation, from the 60s, now if we compare it to like shit today. But yeah, I love Frosty the Snowman. What else can I say about it? Everybody knows Frosty the Snowman, right? Okay, so coming in at number 4 is a movie from 1989, directed by Bert Brinkerhoff. I think I said that right. Brinkerhoff? Bert Brinkerhoff. I think that's a dude's name. Anyways, from 1989, we got a movie here that's just, it's been a favorite of mine for so many years, and I'm going to tell you a little story about this. It's called It Nearly Wasn't Christmas. And in this movie, Santa Claus is played by Charles Durning. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. I think he had a few episodes in Everybody Loves Raymond. I think he played the priest in Everybody Loves Raymond. But anyway, this is a made-for-TV movie that came out and aired on Lifetime. If anybody remembers that channel, Lifetime, and it came out in Christmas of 1989. It was, I think, the only time they aired it. They might have aired it more after that in the years afterwards, but I think that's when it was debuted. And they've never made a DVD, Blu-ray, or anything of this movie. And most of the time with their TV movies, you run into that. But this is, basically a bootleg that I got here. I don't know really what you want to call it. Just some kind of a, not really a bootleg. A bootleg is something where people take something and they burn it. This looks like something that somebody might have had recorded off TV or something and burned it onto a disc. Well, so it looks really crappy. It's really bad quality. I mean, it's like straight up VHS quality, if not worse. It looks really bad. Here's the cut of the back. You can see it. This guy here, what's that dude's name? He was on Hollywood Squares, if you guys remember him. I can't remember his name. I'll have to look it up. But anyways, he plays an elf named Philpot, and he's like a really big dude like me, and it's kind of funny. And then this little girl in here. Basically, what it really is that the girl starts out where it's her and her mom, and for the past, I don't know, like 6 months maybe, her dad's been out in California trying to, make it big in the music industry, and hasn't been home in months. And it's Christmas time now, and of course the little girl really misses her dad, and so does the mom, and she really wants her dad to come home for Christmas, but her dad just can't get away. So basically she writes a letter to Santa asking Santa to help bring her family back together for Christmas. Well, then it cuts to Santa's workshop, and Santa's feeling really depressed about the way things have gone on in the world, feeling that nobody cares about each other anymore. Nobody wants to do anything for nobody wants to do anything for each other. Everybody just thinks about themselves and are selfish. So he wants to quit Christmas. Basically what happens is Mrs. Claus convinces her to go help Jennifer, is the name of the girl, go help her bring her family back together, and convinces him that while he's out in the public, he'll basically, like, incognito kind of, so nobody knows it's Santa Claus, even though he looks just like Santa Claus, but basically to go out in the public to find out that people truly do care. That's kind of like the whole plot of the movie, really. But it was just a lot of fun as a kid. Growing up and watching it now, it's kind of cheesy, but it brings back memories, and that's what really puts these lists together, is just what movies mean to me and growing up on them and stuff. So it's not a bad movie. It is kind of fun. I wish I could find a better version of this. Hopefully at one point they'll actually make a DVD or a Blu-ray of this, which would be really cool. Who knows if that'll ever happen. But yeah, if you guys can somehow come across this and find this, I don't even know if they air this kind of thing on TV anymore. I really doubt it. But if you can find this, check it out. It's a really fun movie, and definitely up there in my top 10 list. Like I said, definitely a strong number 4. There's just, it's a fun movie. It is a fun Christmas movie. If you guys remember another movie called The Night They Saved Christmas, they used to air these two movies together at the same time, like one after another. So it came out around that time. If you remember that movie, The Night They Saved Christmas, I think Art, what's the dude's name? Art Carney, I think, played Santa in that movie. But anyway, It Nearly Wasn't Christmas. Check it out if you can. All right, so now coming in at number 3. From 1983, a year after I was born, we get Mickey's Christmas Carol. So this, again, another version of A Christmas Carol. Um, uh, a a cartoon movie that came out, like I said, in '83. It played on TV all the time back in those days, and I just fell in love with this movie as a kid, you guys. We had this, and again, this was recorded. My dad recorded off TV on the VHS, and it was a special that they were airing where they had other Disney Christmas cartoons. Another favorite of mine that that was part of this was Pluto's Christmas Tree, which you actually get on this disc. Just a short little cartoon, and then some other ones that were part of that special that my dad recorded that I can't find, like a Donald Duck one, a Goofy one, but. Yeah, this movie, you guys, is again a short movie. It's like 25, 30 minutes, but I absolutely love it. I don't know. This movie, I think, more than anything, really takes me back to being a kid. Really reminds me of being a kid. Just so many memories come flooding back every time I watch this movie, you guys. Just recently found it on Blu-ray, like you guys seen in one of my recent videos. Didn't even know they had it on Blu-ray. I'm so happy. I haven't even opened this up yet. I'm going to be watching this very soon. But I remember that there, as much as I loved it, there's always the one scene of where Scrooge's old partner Jacob Marley, which is played by Goofy in here, comes back to warn him, that you're going to be visited by 3 ghosts. It's funny, in the movie he actually goes 3 ghosts. He only puts up 2 fingers. It's so funny. But yeah, so that part always creeped me out because he shows up as a ghost and it's dark. And when you're a kid watching this at like 7 years old, it freaks you out. But I always remember it always scared the crap out of me. Oh, and then the other part too of the Ghost of Christmas Present. Present. The Ghost of Christmas Present is like this huge giant, fee, fi, fo, fum. And that part, oh my God, they used to scare the shit out of me too. It was so funny. I don't know why, but it did. But just absolutely adore this movie, you guys. Cannot wait to see it on Blu-ray. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this before. It's just so much fun. Definitely was up there in my top 3 for absolute sure. So check this out if you haven't seen it. It's great. All right, we're getting down to the end here. Coming in at number 2 is none other than A Christmas Story. You knew it was going to be in this top 10 list. How could it not be? And this, of course, is the cool steelbook that I recently picked up. When I say it's not Christmas without watching a movie, this is positive. I mean, you cannot go a Christmas. God, I'm like getting shrinking here. You cannot go a Christmas without watching a friggin' Christmas Story. I'm not even going to talk about this movie. Everybody knows this damn movie. Every Christmas, I don't really have cable much anymore. I watch TVs and movies and occasional Netflix. So I don't even know if this movie still airs on TV, but I know back in the day, they would start airing it on December 1st and they wouldn't stop playing it until Christmas. Over and over, just looping it. And I would watch it every single time I caught it on TV, wherever it was in the middle of the movie. I would sit down and watch it. I never got sick of this movie, and I still am not sick of this movie. It's just, God, there's so many iconic moments in this movie. Just you shoot your eye out, and he's getting his tongue stuck to the pole, and I mean, God, who doesn't love this movie, you guys? This is the classic Christmas movie. That's all I can say. Had to own it on steelbook, kick-ass steelbook, but I love this movie. The house, if I'm right, this movie is based off in Indiana, but I think the house is actually in Ohio, the original house that was used for this. I think it's turned into some museum or something now. You can actually go see the house in Cleveland, maybe, something like that. I'd love to go see it one day. That'd be so cool. But of course, strong number 2, A Christmas Story. Come on. I love it. Okay. All right, we have reached the last movie, my number 1 all-time favorite Christmas movie ever. What is it? Okay, I'm going to tell you this right now. I could not break this down, you guys. I really tried to break this down between parts 1 and part 2. And I can't do it. I don't know which one I like better. I know I like these movies better than any other Christmas movie. But, I'll sit here and be like, oh, maybe 1, oh, maybe 2. I have no idea. To me, they are equally, identically, identically the same. And I just see it as just one big long movie. But favorite ever, Home Alone. Yes, Home Alone. I absolutely love these movies, you guys. I'm a huge Home Alone fan. Recently picked up this sweet paint can special collector's edition. I did an unboxing of this like last Christmas, if you guys remember watching that video. And here you get all 5 movies. Yes, there's 5 movies now. The third one, which was actually theatrically released with nothing to do with the original characters. And then they released the 4 and 5 straight to DVD. In this set, you get the first 2 on Blu-ray, which is all that matters. And you get 3, 4, and 5 on DVD. I did a whole unboxing, everything that's inside this. Go check out that video. I'll try to leave a link for it down below in the description box so you guys can see the, the unboxing of this. But, oh my God, you guys. I mean, just everything about this, the music, the scenes, everything. There's probably the funnest movies I've ever watched in my life, especially when I first seen them as a kid. They're so amazing, you guys. These are my 100% go-to Christmas movie. I'll watch this throughout the middle of the year. I don't even care. I've already watched this 2 times each. 2 times part 1, 2 times part 2 this year. I'm going to keep watching. I'm not going to stop because I love Home Alone. Everything about Home Alone, you guys, are so fun. So Christmassy all around. Everything about this movie. I cannot tell you guys how much I love these movies. I think this was even my #1 franchise in the world, or #2 or something. Movie franchise, if you guys seen that video. But anyways, what else can I say about Home Alone? It's fantastic. Such a feel-good series of movies, you guys. And I will love these movies for the rest of my life. So I got to go now because I got to go watch them. All right, everybody. There you have it. My top 10 favorite Christmas movies of all time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down below what you think of my top 10 list. And let me know what your guys' favorite Christmas movies are. But again, everybody, like I said, it's December 1st today. It's time to start Christmas. It's time to get the tree up, decorate, start shopping, which I really don't actually do till the end of the month. Because I'm a late shopper. I'm stupid that way. If I buy gifts early, I just give them away to people because I don't have patience to wait. So that's why I shop at the end of the year, at the end of the month. But anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to talk about my favorite Christmas movies. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Stay tuned now, everybody. Sometime this month, probably towards the end, my sister and brother-in-law are going to come over. We're going to get it on. We're going to watch our favorite Christmas movies of all time, and do a big old movie marathon. We're going to have a lot of fun doing it. I can't wait. I'm excited. Other than that, everybody, that about does it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you put a little thumbs up, drop a comment below, share the video around, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.